Prepare to enter the adrenaline-pumping world of EA Sports UFC 5, where the action is fierce and the competition is intense. Unlike other sports titles from EA, UFC doesn't follow the yearly update trend. But don't let that fool you, because UFC 5 still manages to deliver a heart-pounding experience that builds upon its predecessor, UFC 4. Hey, wonderful friends! First things first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because you won't want to miss out on all the awesome content coming your way. Alright, now that we're all set, let's dive right into it. Let's get one thing straight. UFC 4 was already a knockout hit, and UFC 5 doesn't disappoint. It brings exciting new additions and changes that will keep you on the edge of your seat. However, if you stick to certain modes, you might not immediately see the full value of these additions. Take the career mode, for example. It's a familiar path that mirrors UFC 4, starting from humble backyard fights and eventually catapulting you into the UFC limelight. Training camps, stardom, and skill development all play a role in your journey. While it's definitely engaging, seasoned players might feel a sense of déjà vu. The Fight Now mode also retains its essence, even offering the thrilling kumite matches that resemble traditional fighting games. Nevertheless, there are noteworthy updates for those seeking a single-player experience. The new Contracts mode presents a variety of preset matches with unique playstyles and difficulties. These challenges change regularly, rewarding victorious fighters. Additionally, you can now predict the outcomes of upcoming UFC matches and earn rewards for accurate predictions. But it's the online enthusiasts who will truly thrive in EA Sports UFC 5 thanks to the introduction of the online career mode. Here, you create a fighter exclusively for online competition, engaging in skill-based matchmaking across 4 divisions. With a prestige system in place, this mode promises to be a time-consuming endeavor for those hungry for serious competition. Your choices in this mode will carry significant weight, amplifying the importance of character creation and growth. Ultimately, the core improvements in EA Sports UFC 5 will determine your level of appreciation for the game. While the gameplay largely resembles UFC 4, there are new and improved animations that enhance the overall experience. The addition of new physics makes every hit feel more impactful, and a cinematic knockout replay with slow motion allows you to relish the glory of your powerful strikes. One standout feature in UFC 5 is the reworked injury system, which adds a brutal and realistic touch to the game. As fights progress, fighters' faces accumulate cuts, swelling, and bruises, affecting their performance. For instance, a closed eye impairs a fighter's ability to defend themselves. This introduces a new strategic element to each bout, with players capitalizing on injuries or fighting while taking them into account. In some cases, referees may even stop the fight for a doctor's evaluation, adding realism and unpredictability to matches. However, the perennial issue with the ground game remains. Although EA has made improvements to transitions and removed minigames, the ground combat can still feel confusing and overly complicated. Mastering the transition and submission system will undoubtedly bring rewards, but many players might prefer to keep the fight standing for the satisfying impact of clean hits that send opponents crashing to the canvas. Visually, EA Sports UFC 5 is a stunning representation of the sport, powered by the Frostbite engine. The lifelike animations and stellar graphics immerse you in the octagon like never before. The standout feature, of course, is the gruesome injury system, which adds a level of realism rarely seen in sports games. For those who loved UFC 4, the changes in UFC 5 might not be enough to convince them of a necessary upgrade. However, the introduction of an online career mode could sway even the most skeptical fans. While not a complete reinvention for the current generation of consoles, EA Sports UFC 5 still boasts advancements that make it undeniably compelling. Get ready to step into the cage and unleash your fighting spirit.